All right, class. So I'm going to attempt a video demonstration right now holding my camera. So if it is a little bit all over the place, my apologies, but my tripod was not working, so my hand shall be the tripod. This is the iPads that you will be using for your project. This is the Apple Pencil that you will also be using. In class, I will show each of you how to pair your pencil because some of the iPads are from last year, they're last year's version, and some of them are this year's version, so they would be paired differently. As far as the program Procreate, nothing has changed from iPad to iPad, different versions. This icon here is the icon for Procreate. That is the program that you will be using to create your character. So if you open it up, you see a glare of myself. And you can see that these are just images that were already created by other classmates. So if I wanted to create a new image, I would go to Add. Okay. And for now, while we're working, I would just choose screen size. All right. And what that will do is it will open up a white page for you. All right. And this is the program. This is your white space that you can work in. And I'm going to go through some of these tools very quickly with you. And then I'm also going to give you some links and show you some links on Google Classroom to help you with Procreate as well. All right, so let's start at the top right. This little icon here is your color picker. So this will allow you to pick whatever color you want, and you can obviously change the value of it from light to dark. So that would be color. If I wanted to paint, I would go to my paintbrush. You can see that there are all different variations of paintbrushes that you can choose from. If I go to sketching, you can see all the different sketch tools, inking, all the different ink tools. Based on the material that you use, it will be pressure sensitive. Being that we're sketching, I would probably try to start with just a pencil right now. So I'm going to start with just a regular HB pencil, and I'll keep it this blue color. And I'm just going to draw a circle, right? So it's pressure sensitive. So the less I press on it, the lighter it's going to be. And the more I press on it, the darker it's going to be. The really cool thing about the pencil is it literally acts like a pencil. So if I use the pencil on its point, it's going to look like a point. If I use it on its side, it's going to give it that soft feeling of a pencil, all right, which is really, really cool. The next tool right here is your layers. Your layers work like your layers in Photoshop. So you have one layer, right? Which I've drawn in, which you can turn on and off. Okay. I can swipe right to lock it, duplicate it, or clear it. Okay. I can double click to rename it. Other options as well. And I can also add layers. So let's say I'm going to go, this is your eraser, just like your paintbrush. Okay. I'm just going to go and erase this really quickly. Let's erase most of it. Okay. Let's say I'm going to draw a really quick stick figure. Okay. Let's say I have this stick figure here. Okay. Okay. And I wanted to add another layer. I can add another layer. Maybe I'm going to label this one stick 1. Okay. And then this one maybe is going to be stick 2. So maybe I create 2 different figures, but I don't want them to be in the same layer because I kind of want to work on them differently at like different times. Right, so now I've got stick 1 and stick 2 in 2 different layers. So I can turn one on and off as I'm working on them. So if I wanted to just work on stick one, if I wanted to erase something, it's just going to erase stick one, right? If I wanted to bring something back, I could use this little icon in the bottom left. This is your backspace or Control Z. Okay, so it'll bring everything back that you did or bring everything forward. The other tools that I think are important right now would be your opacity. So this is the opacity of your paintbrush. It makes it more transparent. That's good for like watercolor. This is the size of your paintbrush. So that'll make it thicker and thinner. And just for fun, I'm going to make this just big. Whoops. Should be able to, oh, my opacity is down, maybe that's why. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you can see here that I kind of made this color. I'm going to maybe add another color to it. Oh, it's only black and white right now? Oh, duh. It's dauble. It's too early in the morning. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, let's say that I have it on my color picker on yellow right now, but let's say that I wanted to get that brown back again. What I could do is go to this little icon here in the center, click on it, and this is like an eyedropper. It will pick up other colors that are in the picture. So if I wanted to pick up another color like this one, it should be able to pick that color up. Although, it might be hard because it's a little grainy, but it's picking up grays. So it's like your eyedropper if you wanted to pick up a certain color. So if I wanted to go back to this yellow, I could open up my eyedropper and it'll pick up yellow for me, right? And I could go back to my yellow. So that's these tools and the top tools. This tool right here is a smudge tool. So if I click on it, I can smudge colors together. It's almost like using your finger when you're doing like pastels. All right, remember I'm on layer stick 2, right? That dude right there. So if I wanted to move something in layer 2, I can go to my move tool and it's just gonna move whatever's in layer 2. Okay, so I can also move and shift things around. I can also cut things. So let's say I wanted to, cut this out of here, right? And I can just move that one thing in that layer if I wanted to, right? Or I can copy, paste. These are your adjustment tools. So these are like your hue saturation that we went over in class. So let's say I wanted to select these little color swatches here. I can select them, go to my hue saturation, and I can just change the color of just that one object, right? So those are pretty much the basic tools to get around Procreate. I'm going to give you time in class to really play around and get used to the program a little bit and tools that you're using and so forth. Really cool feature too is if you go to this little wrench, you go to video, first of all, it'll open up like this and it'll ask you to share. So when we're ready to share, obviously there are many different ways that you can share your files, but I'm just going to show you video. So you have it on time-lapse recording. So when you hit time-lapse replay, it literally replays every single step that you've made. So it's a really great way to look at your process, at your thought process, and the way that you think as an artist. I hope that you find this helpful. If you have any questions, obviously I'm here for you, or you can look at some of the links that I've posted on your website. Also, know that if you go to gallery, this is the last thing, it will bring you back to your page of files of student work. Please don't touch anyone else's work. You can view it, but just be mindful. Don't mistakenly delete something because this is everyone's work altogether. But when you open up Procreate, it'll bring you to this page, and then you just want to try and find your file to work on. It automatically saves it for you too, which is great. All right, thanks guys. See you later.